In a world filled with constant change, the timeless wisdom of ancient warriors and philosophers continues to illuminate the path forward for those in leadership roles today. Among these revered figures stands Miyamoto Musashi, an iconic swordsman, strategist, and author of the Book of Five Rings. Written over 400 years ago, Musashi's principles of combat, leadership, and decision-making still offer powerful lessons for modern business executives, entrepreneurs, and leaders in every field. In a time when innovation and technology dominate, we might find ourselves disconnected from the roots of effective leadership. Yet, as we'll see, Musashi's teachings transcend time, providing insights into leadership and decision-making that are as relevant today as they were in feudal Japan. As we dive deeper into Musashi's approach to leadership, we will explore how his philosophy can be applied to the fast-paced, highly competitive world of the 21st century. His concepts of adaptability, mental discipline, and strategic foresight offer us valuable tools that can help guide not only our personal journeys but our professional paths as well. And perhaps most importantly, Musashi's thoughts on decision-making can offer clarity in the face of uncertainty, a challenge we all face in an ever-evolving world. Hello and welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or returning for more thought-provoking discussions, we're thrilled to have you on this adventure with us. Here, we explore timeless ideas and strategies that have shaped history, leadership, and personal growth. Today's video is dedicated to one of the most influential figures in martial arts and philosophy, Miyamoto Musashi, and his profound relevance to leadership and decision-making in the modern world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into an ancient mindset that can transform your approach to leadership in the 21st century. Born in 1584, Musashi was the son of a samurai and was raised in the heart of Japan's feudal era. This was a time of intense political upheaval and constant warfare. From a very young age, Musashi was immersed in the brutal realities of combat, becoming a skilled swordsman by the time he was just 13 years old. But it wasn't just his physical skill that set him apart. Musashi understood that the mind, more than the sword, was the true weapon of a leader. At the core of Musashi's philosophy was a profound understanding of strategy. He was not merely a practitioner of sword fighting. He was a strategist who understood the deeper psychological and philosophical aspects of combat. One of his first major battles was at the age of 16, where he fought a renowned swordsman named Arima Kihei and emerged victorious. This victory was not just about superior technique, but also about his deep understanding of the mental game. He understood that in combat, as in life, the ability to adapt and make the right decisions under pressure was often the difference between success and failure. Musashi's most famous work, the Book of Five Rings, written towards the end of his life, is a guide to combat strategy, philosophy, and leadership. The lessons contained within the book are not just applicable to sword fighting. They speak to the essence of decision-making, the importance of understanding the environment, and the necessity of remaining adaptable, traits that are just as important in the boardroom as they are on the battlefield. In the Book of Five Rings, Musashi divides his teachings into 5 rings or elements: earth, water, fire, wind, and the void. These elements represent different aspects of combat, but they also correspond to key principles of leadership and decision-making that are essential for success in the modern world. Let's break them down. Earth, the foundation of strategy. The earth element represents a solid foundation, the bedrock of strategy. In modern leadership, this foundation is built on a strong understanding of one's organization, market, and personal strengths. Musashi emphasized the importance of having a deep understanding of both the internal and external factors that influence a decision. Leaders today must know their industry inside and out, just as a warrior knows the terrain on which he will fight. Musashi also stressed the importance of having a clear vision. In the business world, this translates to setting clear goals, establishing priorities, and ensuring that everyone involved is aligned with the mission. Without a strong foundation, any decision can be swayed by external forces, making leadership weak and unstable. Water, flexibility, and adaptability. Water, Musashi said, is adaptable. It flows and changes according to the shape of the vessel it fills. For a leader, the ability to be flexible in the face of change is one of the most important skills one can develop. In today's fast-paced world, markets shift, technologies evolve, and global circumstances change rapidly. Musashi's teaching about water highlights the necessity of remaining fluid and responsive to new challenges. In a leadership context, this means being open to feedback, willing to pivot when necessary, and not being overly attached to a single course of action. The most successful leaders today are those who are able to navigate these uncertainties with ease and adaptability. For example, during the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies had to quickly adapt their business models to stay afloat. Leaders who embraced change rather than resisted it were more likely to come out on top. Fire, passion and aggression. Fire represents the aggressive, passionate energy that is required for action. Musashi believed that a true leader must have the courage to act decisively, even when the outcome is uncertain. It's one thing to strategize and plan. It's another to have the drive and initiative to execute those plans when the moment arrives. In the modern business world, fire symbolizes the ambition, drive, and tenacity required to succeed. The most effective leaders are those who not only have a vision but also have the guts to pursue it relentlessly. Fire, in this sense, can also be seen as a symbol of innovation and the risk-taking necessary to stay ahead of competitors. Leaders who embrace risk are often the ones who lead their companies to new frontiers. Wind, understanding the competition. Wind represents the ability to understand and learn from others. Musashi acknowledged that knowing the strengths and weaknesses of your adversaries is a critical element in any conflict. In the modern world, this means being acutely aware of the competitive landscape, knowing who your competitors are, what they're doing, and where they're going. However, understanding the competition isn't just about outsmarting them, it's also about understanding the bigger picture. Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of situational awareness. In leadership, this could mean understanding market trends, consumer behavior, and global dynamics. Leaders must stay ahead of the curve by not only observing what their competitors are doing but also predicting where the industry is headed next. Void, the power of intuition and the unknown. The final element, the void, represents the realm of intuition, the unknown, and the unconscious mind. Musashi taught that mastery in any field comes when a person moves beyond rigid thinking and relies on a deeper understanding of the situation. It's the ability to make decisions instinctively, without overthinking or hesitating. For a leader, the void can be seen as the gut feeling or intuition that guides decision-making in moments of uncertainty. Often, leaders must make tough calls with incomplete information. In these moments, the void provides the clarity needed to move forward. The most effective leaders have developed the ability to trust their intuition, knowing when to act boldly and when to step back. Applying Musashi's teachings in modern leadership. In the 21st century, leadership is no longer about wielding authority through fear or intimidation. Modern leaders must be adaptable, innovative, and deeply in tune with the needs of their teams. Musashi's teachings, which may have been developed for samurai warriors, can be seen as a roadmap for navigating today's complex and often unpredictable business environments. Decision-making under pressure. One of Musashi's most crucial insights is his focus on making decisions under pressure. In today's business world, leaders are often required to make high-stakes decisions quickly, sometimes with very little information. Musashi's strategy of maintaining a calm mind and relying on one's training and experience offers valuable advice. In business, this translates into making decisions based on data, intuition, and experience, rather than allowing emotions or external pressure to dictate your actions. Embracing change and uncertainty. Musashi's philosophy is deeply rooted in the idea that change is constant. This is especially relevant in the modern world, where businesses face an ever-evolving landscape. Leaders must be comfortable with ambiguity and able to pivot quickly when circumstances change. The importance of mindfulness. Musashi's focus on mental discipline and awareness can be applied to modern leadership through mindfulness practices. By remaining aware of one's thoughts and emotions, leaders can avoid impulsive decisions and approach challenges with clarity and purpose. In a world that feels increasingly uncertain, the wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi continues to provide invaluable lessons for leaders everywhere. His principles of strategy, adaptability, and mental discipline offer timeless guidance that can be applied to any challenge, whether on the battlefield or in the boardroom. By embracing Musashi's teachings, leaders in the 21st century can build strong, resilient organizations capable of navigating the complexities of today's fast-paced world. Thank you for joining us today on this journey into the timeless relevance of Musashi's teachings in leadership and decision-making. If you found this video insightful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of The Unfolding Journey. We'll continue exploring more powerful ideas and strategies that can shape your path to success. Stay tuned and keep unfolding your potential.